All right, so today we're going to be looking at some different light bulbs. And so I made it into a Google Doc so that you guys could type on it. It'd be a little easier than doing it in the booklet. But I will show you the pages in the booklet just so you have a visual of what it would look like if you were using the booklet. We're looking at pages 21 and no, that's insulation, sorry. We're looking at light bulbs back here. We're going to be looking at this light bulb investigation here. And so I just put a little small image of it here so that you can see it, but you can look at your booklet on page 38 to get a better understanding of what it is if you need to. But anyway, I went through and performed this experiment because it would have taken a lot more time in class than we have. And so I went ahead and recorded it. So you will be watching me do at least the incandescent light bulb. And then for the LED and the CFL, I went ahead and kept recording it on my document, but I didn't actually film myself doing it because again, it would have taken like 40 minutes and I don't want to take up that whole much time. So you'll answer the question with your hypothesis. So which light bulb, an incandescent, a CFL, or an LED, and I'll show you an example of each of those in a second, will have the greatest change in temperature and in turn use the most energy. So you're going to fill that in with your hypothesis. Remember that your hypothesis should be written as an if, then, because statement, okay? So you're going to choose either an incandescent, a CFL, or an LED. So what I'm going to do now is show you each of those light bulbs. Let me grab the incandescent. Okay, so an incandescent bulb looks like a normal light bulb that most of you have probably seen before, but they're not as popular anymore because they do use a lot of energy. So this is an incandescent light bulb. The one that you're probably most familiar with or is the most recognizable is your CFL. Like the spiral. And then the last one looks a lot like an incandescent light bulb, but it's an LED. And you can tell it's an LED because it has this like white plastic part down here where the incandescent one does not. So you can see the difference. Okay. So we're going to be testing all three of these in the lamp. And so I started with the incandescent light bulb, so you will be filling in the chart along with me for that. And then for the other two, I'm going to just give you the data to save some time. So after you do your hypothesis, there's the procedure of what I did. You'll see it in the video. And then we'll be filling in this chart. So you'll be filling in incandescent as you watch the video, and then I will give you these at the end. Then you'll write your conclusion, and then there's some follow-up questions to go along with it. So we're going to get started with the incandescent light bulb. Okay, so we are going to be testing the three different light bulbs today. And so we're going to start with the incandescent light bulb, which is what most people think of when they see a light bulb. In your house, you might have a variety of different light bulbs around your house depending on where you're at. So we're going to be testing this incandescent one. This is the CFL, like it's twisty. And then an LED looks a lot like the incandescent light bulb, except an LED, don't want that to roll off. An LED has this white part around the bottom, And this is just completely all the same. This is a shatterproof one, so it kind of looks a little different than a glass one, but it's shatterproof just to keep it safe in case I drop it. It doesn't shatter everywhere. So we're going to test this one first. And so I will show you again the setup. I did hang a digital thermometer and a lux meter, which measures like the brightness. I went ahead and hung that there because I think it'll be easier for you to see it. I also left the other thermometer there, just your regular thermometer. So I have them both here. So I will just read to you what it is. And so let's get it on. Okay, so the starting temperature is 23.8 degrees Celsius. Again, I can like bring the camera up here, but I feel like it's just going to be super hard for me to show you. I could pull it down, I guess, to show you each time. But so I'm going to use the timer, and then I'll be filling in my chart here as we go. So we're going to start with the incandescent and with the, I need to tell you the package, watts and lumens. Let me show you that real quick. So here's your incandescent light bulb pack. And so it tells you that it is 60 watts and it is 520 lumens. So you'll go ahead and fill that in on your paper. So it was 60 watts for the package stated watts for the incandescent. So 60 W, and then package stated lumens was 520. So I just went ahead and filled that in. All right, so we're going to start. Oh, and then our starting temp was 23.8 for 0 minutes. So went ahead and filled that in as well. Okay, here we go. Turning it on, starting the timer. And we will check in. I think it'll be easier for you to see the temperature with the light on it. And the number at the top you'll see moving, that's the lux meter. That's just telling you the brightness. So we'll look at that at the end. All right, we're at 2 minutes. And the temperature is reading going to be so hard to see because the light's blocking it. 24.3 is what it says. I'll probably just read it for you instead of take the computer down each time because it's going to be too hard. All right, so 24.3 was your temperature at 2 minutes. Seconds. Okay, 2 minutes, we're at 4 minutes, we're at 25 degrees Celsius, even, just straight 25. I'm kind of just show you the reading there. Okay, at 8 minutes, we're at 6 minutes. At 6 minutes, we're at 25.5. 25.5. Okay, 15 seconds. Okay, and we're at 26 degrees even for 8 minutes. And so it says, can you read that number, Charlie?
100.
No, this number right here, this little number.
2. 26.4 is our temperature at 10 minutes. So go ahead and record that. So you should have 26.4 at the end. The light meter is reading for the lux is reading 900. So you can go ahead and fill that in for the light meter reading. That's 900. You will have to figure out the change in temp. So I will talk you through how to do that though in just a second. And then I'll also test the kilowatt meter reading. And so how you do that. And I'm just going to show you how to do this for this first one. I won't do this for every light bulb, I don't think, because it'll just take up so much time. So what we do is I unplug this, and I have this kilowatt meter that basically measures how much power your device is using. And then I plug it into that. And it gives me a number, and it's saying 53.7 for your kilowatt meter. Okay, so.
All right, so now that you've got the recordings for the incandescent light bulb, we're going to fill in the CFL and then the LED. So the CFL on the box, it's right here. It says 13 watts. So we're going to put 13W, and the brightness is 900. Okay, so now we're going to fill them in. At 0 minutes, we had 22.7. At 2 minutes, we had 22.8. At 4 minutes, we had 22.8. At 6 minutes, lots of 22.8s. At 8 minutes, we had 22.9. And at 10 minutes, we had a flat 23. So to find the change in temperature, you're going to take the time you had at 10 minutes and subtract it from the time you had at the start. So we'll just use my calculator here. And so we had 23 at the end, and we had 22.7 at the start. So we had a change in temperature of 0.3 degrees. So I'm going to put 0.3 degrees. And so that's how I got this 2.6. I took 26.4 and subtracted it from 23.8. All right, the light meter was reading 1610, and then the kilowatt meter that was measuring the amount of energy put off was 13.3. All right, so now we're going to do the LED, and the LED is a big pack. It was a 4-pack. So there's your, just back a little bit. Okay, there's your watts here, 60 watts, and then your brightness or your lumens is 800. So I got LED, I have 60 watts, and I have 800 for my brightness. All right, my starting temp for that was 22.2. And at 2 minutes, it was at 22.4. At 4 minutes, it was at 22.5. At 6 minutes, it was at 22.5. At 8 minutes, it was at 22.6. Sorry. Hey, Liam. Liam, I need you to stop making noise, bud. He's playing a video game. And 10 minutes is 22.6. So let's do our change in temp here. I get 22.6 minus 22.2, and I get a 0.4 degree. My light meter was at 1966, and my kilowatt meter was at 10.1. So that's how your chart should be filled in. You can use your chart now to help you answer your conclusion and then your follow-up questions. And you will submit this on Google Classroom.